have you heard about Claude Max's new breakthrough to analyze and work with spreadsheets? Yes, I have not used it yet. So this came out 2 days ago. I have not played around with it, so I need to do so. I'm actually on their Fire Ants program. So Anthropic work with a bunch of influencers, I don't like to call myself that, but they work with content creators on the new feature rollout, giving us access early, but this is not one that I have played with yet. So Claude can now do the tedious grunt work of creating files for you. Awesome, very cool. On Tuesday, so what are we now, Thursday, Anthropic shared a new feature for Claude where users can ask it to create Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints, Word documents, and PDFs directly within the chat. The new capability is available as a preview for Claude Max Team and Enterprise subscribers. Okay, so I have that. So I need to go ahead and try that for you guys and get it on screen. I have Claude Max. Yes, I mix them up. I've got Max, whatever the $200 a month one is. Anthropic said it would be rolling out to Claude Pro users in the coming weeks. Awesome. So Claude's ability to create and edit files on the user's behalf is an example of Agentic AI. I suppose so. A term that the industry is buzzing about, yeah. AI models with reasoning skills are able to break down multi-step tasks when connected to other apps and software that can accomplish tasks outside of their app restraints. Anthropic's new feature works by giving Claude access to private computer environment where it can write code and run programs to produce the files and analyses you need. Isn't it just creating a file for you? I need to mess around with it, but this is Mashable's coverage, but they're saying that it has access in order to write those files. I don't see why it would need to do that rather than just allow you to download it from Claude, but okay, I'll have a look at it shortly. Actually, what am I talking about? Let me just go ahead and do it. I have Plus. Let's see if, sorry, I have Max. Let's see if, okay, oops. Let's prepare an Excel sheet. What do we want to prepare it on? With the latest AI news. Rank the news by virality. I want to export to Excel. Just as a random example, let's see what that does. I'll help you create an Excel sheet with the latest AI news. So it's going to search the web. I'm using Opus 4, by the way. Let me search for more specific recent viral events. Cool. Searching the web. Opus is their top model, Opus 4.1. If you are on the, I mix all the names up. So I'm on the Max. If you are on the Plus, you can use it. You have access to it, but it tends to be very limited. But on the Max plan, honestly, it is fairly unlimited. Now it seems to be creating, that's definitely HTML rather than Excel. So it's creating a comprehensive Excel sheet with the latest AI news ranked by virality, but it's doing it in HTML. So for me, do manage connectors. Okay, I need to look into it in detail. I'm not seeing how this works exactly. Claude, Excel. Claude can now create and edit files. Directly in Claude AI and the desktop app, this transforms how you work with Claude. Instead of only receiving text, it can... Oh, I think I need to connect it to my Google Drive, which is very confusing if they're calling it Excel, because Excel is specifically Microsoft. And it's, okay, that's interesting. So they're saying, there's an example here. I want to surprise my wife with a trip to Italy. I have 6 months to save. Here's my recent finances. Help me create and plan and budget in Excel. Where can I save the money? And then I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone on YouTube, I'm pretty sure the image in the background is Google Sheets, not Excel. So I think it works with the Google ecosystem. Here we go. So settings, features, experimental. I need to turn it on. That's why it's not working. Settings, features. I thought I had this on. Oh, I need to turn on this one. Upgraded file creation. So allow Claude to execute code and create and edit docs, spreadsheets, presentations, PDF, and data results available on web and desktop. This feature gives Claude network access to create and analyze files, which has security risks. Okay, so it's creating, so we need to do that again, I think. So create an Excel spreadsheet with the latest AI news from the beginning of September 2025, analyze and rank by viral potential. There we go. So now I've given it access to create files. So let's see if it goes ahead and does that. Eric says, hey, nice layout. What streaming service or software is this? I am using Ecamm. I've tried a whole bunch of different things. Streamlab, for example. Streamlab can only do 1080p. It can't do 4K. I'm using Ecamm because it can do 4K, 60 frames per second, as long as your internet is fast. OBS is also great, but OBS is a lot more fiddly. And I love the tool, but good God, it goes wrong a lot. So I'm paying for Ecamm, which is like $20, $30 a month. It's not much. Okay, so Claude is going ahead and is doing that research. Just going to expand that out. There we go. And let's see if it can write into an Excel file. Also, we heard, I think it was yesterday, that Microsoft are bringing Claude into the Copilot ecosystem as well. So it's going to be used inside of PowerPoint. Claude is going to be generating PowerPoints because previously they've had ChatGPT sitting underneath Copilot 365 applications. And it hasn't been very good, honestly. Whenever I go and work with a Microsoft-enabled company, they all think AI is rubbish. And that's because they are using Copilot, which isn't very good. I'm going to talk briefly about what's going on with Microsoft and... Oh, it's doing it. What's going on with Microsoft and OpenAI, because it's messy. They are entangled in more ways than one in terms of investment, in terms of profit sharing, in terms of the technology and the product. So there's a lot of entanglement, but both of these companies are pushing away from each other. They are diversifying away. And one of these moves is Microsoft is going to be using Anthropic products, so Claude, inside of Microsoft Copilot, which is great. So it's building a Python script. Oh, this is my fault. Okay, this is because I wanted it to analyze AI news and judge how viral it could be. So it is creating a little Python script. I'm just doing this as a toy. I haven't actually pushed into details of what I want to create. I just wanted to make an Excel file, so I might have overcomplicated this, but that's fine. I'll answer some questions while it's fiddling around. Hi, I'm sorry, I am new here. Are you using LLM? Yeah, right now I am using Claude Opus 4.1, which is an LLM. So yeah, I do use, and I talk about artificial intelligence, specifically how we can use AI for business and how we can start and grow businesses using AI. That tends to be my focus. But this show in particular is talking about the news and the updates, because I have lots of students, I have lots of people I talk to, and they find the fire hose of information when it comes to artificial intelligence absolutely overwhelming. And unfortunately, that makes a lot of people just shut down. That I can't keep up with this. There's no way. And I think it's really important that we do keep up with what's going on. We don't need to know absolutely every model. We don't need to know absolutely every movement in the market. But it's useful to know the kind of broad shape of what's happening, because this is an important technology and it's an important force in society, and we need to not allow just to the engineers and just to the corporations to run this. We need to, as the public, know what's going on. Okay, so it is creating an Excel sheet. There we go. Yes, can you stop moving? There we go. Some formatted. So it has created an Excel sheet for me. I'm going to keep it in here because otherwise you won't be able to see it on my screen. Very nice. So that will go into my Google Drive. I don't know, is that actually Excel? What's the file type? Doesn't really matter. I'm just interested if that's Excel or a Google Sheet. Oh, it is. It's an XLSX. I've never said that out loud. It's an Excel sheet. Okay, cool. So that is a nice addition. I believe it can also create PowerPoints. Yes. Yep. So you can do things like upload a PDF document to get PowerPoint slides. That's really cool. This is great news. This is one of those kind of boring pieces of news that actually changes how we use AI on a daily basis. And Claude is fantastic. So I'm going to have to test it out. I will test it with see if it can make slides later. I worry a little bit about what the slides will look like. They will probably look like trash, but it can, I assume, get the information into the slides at least, and then I can rework them. Cool. Very cool.